Hello, welcome to my kitchen. On the weekend we had to go to the city and I went to the grocery store because they're my favorite places to shop. And they had chicken on for 1.26 kilograms for $8.01. And it was all marked down 30% because the best before date is today. So for $8.01 originally I got it for $5.60. I got 5 packages. There's about 10 chicken legs in each package, and not one of them was, well, they were all around $5.60. So I figured I would get the start on Dawn's favorite chicken meal. I found it in my pressure canner book. You brown the chicken, then you pressure cook it for 10 minutes, then you take it out and you brown it up in the broiler pan, and it looks a lot like fried chicken. So this is, I'm going to can it, but I'm cutting out the browning it first part. I did it with a small jar the last time, and Don said he couldn't tell the difference. So that's what I'm doing today. I've got this very large bowl of chicken. I think there you can see it. Those are all legs. And I was going to put them into my pint jars, but the legs are too long. See? They come up over the top. So I'll leave those sterilized and I'll do my pears later. So I'm going to put them into a wide mouth 1-liter jars and see how they fit in there the best way. The last time I did it, I got about 9 pieces of chicken into each one, and that does the 2 of us quite nicely for a meal. The smaller ones I got, I think it was because I must have cooked them first and a lot of the liquid went out of them, but I got 6 into the jar, and that does Don a nice meal when he gets home from afternoon shift. I'm not much of cooking at 4 o'clock in the morning, so that was the way to go. And when I was sick, pretty much from the beginning of this year, he went down to the basement, pulled out a jar of the chicken legs, and made up a nice meal for himself. He did offer it to me, and I said, get it out of my sight. When I'm sick, I don't even like the smell of food cooking, so. They're going to be kind of hard to fit in there, so. Well, I think that's all for that one. Now all I do is, well, I've mixed salt, some black pepper, and a little bit of paprika, the smoked paprika. The paprika is just to remind me that I've done that jar with spices. So in this jar I got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, about 7 pieces. They're just too big to squish in there sideways, so that's going to have to be it. Now when I get the rest of the jars filled, I will bring you back. Oh yes, I do not like touching chicken, but I don't wear the rubber gloves because I haven't found a pair I'm not allergic to yet. So I will not be touching too many things, but I will bring you back when it's all ready to go into the pressure canner. We're back. I've got 5-liter jars, and I've wiped the rims. There's about 8 legs in each jar. So I wiped the rims, and here's my hot lids going on. They each have about a little under a teaspoon of salt, pepper, and paprika. Not one of each, just all mixed together. This is my magnet for lifting. I didn't have one, and I was saying I should buy one when I first started the canning, and the stores weren't open at that point. So Don went out to the garage, opened up his toolbox, and brought me in the one that he had bought for himself to pick up metal screws and things off the floor when he dropped them. But since he'd never used it before, so he brought it in, I sterilized it, and it is great. It extends so I can use it if I'm using my big pot. It goes short if I'm just having it in a thing of water. Now, these are all set to go into the canner. And I've checked the valves and all the things you're supposed to check, even though I don't really know what they're called. So I will put these in, put the lid on. I'll turn it on and let it vent for the 10 minutes. The water in it isn't hot, so it'll take a bit of time to get there. When it vents for the 5 minutes, I put on my 10-pound pressure valve, and I will let it go for, I think, it's an hour and 15 minutes, but I will double check and get back to you on that. So when this is ready, when this has vented, it'll go on, and when I get ready to pull them out of the canner, I will bring you back to see what it looks like. And while I'm sitting here waiting, keeping an eye on the pressure, I will be hemming a pair of pants. So we'll see you in a bit. Okay, I'm back. My timer is about to go off, so that'll be the 10 minutes. And I decided, since I've got the one canner going, I might as well work on doing the pears. I'm going to can pears, and I think I should get about 6 pint jars. I've never cooked with these ones before. I've always used Bartlett, but these are Anjou pears. They were the same price, and these look to be in better shape than the Bartlett, so I thought I'd give them a try. So it's a good experiment. I'm going to work on these. Oh, there goes my timer. Now I put on my weight. And once it gives off a big gush of steam to let me know that it's there, I will turn my stove down to about 5.5, and that should be the right pressure for, since nobody will be cooking right about now in town, I should have the proper pressure for the whole 75 minutes that it needs to be done. So once that goes, I will work on the pears. I will pack Don's lunch and get him ready to go to work. And I will be back when these are ready to come out of, well, to turn the canner off. And then I will show you how I do the water bath canning of my pears. So we'll see you in a bit. Okay, I'm back. My chicken has come off the heat. I'm letting the pressure drop down, and while I was waiting for that, I started hemming pants, and then I thought I should do up the pears that I bought. Like I said, they're Anjou pears, and I've never cooked with them, or actually I've never tasted them until now. So who knows what they'll be like. But what I've done is I've got about a 1/4 cup of Splenda, which I dissolved in 4 cups of boiling water. And in each jar I've got about an inch long chunk of cinnamon, 4 or 5 cloves, and 2 allspice berries. Those are Don's favorite spices, so since he's the one that eats these, I figure I might as well do them the way he likes them. I'm only going to do up the one, and then I'll let you go and not watch me mangle these poor pears. I have not been able to find a spatula that would work for getting the air bubbles out, so I was using a chopstick all the time. But then, the other day as I was cleaning, I found a very fat knitting needle. I used to knit all the time. And I thought, well, maybe that would work. So right now we will see if a plastic knitting needle does the job. And it certainly appears to. So, oh, there's my magnet. And this one's ready to go into the hot water bath. I will do it for 20 minutes after it comes to a rolling boil, and I will bring you back when something is ready to be done and seen. See you in a bit. Okay, I had 12 pears, and I got 6 pints of pears in Splenda and sugar, Splenda and water. And the reason I used Splenda again this time, I did some last time and I just used apple juice, and to me they had absolutely no flavor, not even with all the cloves and allspice berries that I added. So I decided not to do that again. My pressure canner with the chicken legs, the pressure's down, so I'm going to take these out so I can get rid of the pressure canner and have room on my stove so I can make up the filling for my egg rolls. I bought bean sprouts when we were in the city, and nobody, well, I went to 4 different stores here in town and there, and nobody had the egg roll wrappers. So I had them in the fridge, and then today I had an early morning doctor's appointment, and a friend drove me down, and we went over to the grocery store, and they had just pulled the skins in the box off the delivery truck. So I picked up 6 packages, and they also had marked down their bean sprouts. So I got 5 packages of 340 grams of bean sprouts, and I had 2 larger packages already in the fridge. So tonight I guess I make up the insides for the egg roll wrappers, or the filling. So that's it for now. The chicken is boiling quite nicely. There's 5 jars of it. And so that'll be 5 meals when I don't feel like cooking and Don wants his, what he calls, fried chicken. So I hope you enjoyed what I did. It's a little haphazard because that's about the way I talk, and that's how I cook most of the time. Don says he doesn't know how everything tastes so good when I never measure. But anyway, thanks for watching. Bye for now.